Welcome back, everybody, to the next Beat and Bam. This is Beat and Bam 15. This time we were doing a Worlds recap. I used some data that Rodney G gathered. Thank you, Rodney. And we put together the 36 holes that played the toughest to elite par among the top 100 players in the Disc Golf Valley Worlds. So it should be holes that are a little bit tough. Some of them are going to be ones that really just had tough wins in Worlds. We're going to find the best way to do them here. The prizes this time around, we are going for the accurate windbreak jury. So if you beat Bam, that's me. If you beat my score, you will get an accurate windbreak jury with this I beat Bam stamp. If you go bogey free, you're eligible for the random draw. There's a link in this video description. Put your player ID in that link. And if you go bogey free to be eligible for a random draw of the same accurate windbreak jury, just with the smiley stamp instead. There's also going to be a CTP. I'm going to announce the CTP hole in this video you're about to watch through the playthrough. You'll see the CTP hole. If you get CTP closest to pin, first shot off the tee, submit your screenshot at the link in the video description as well. Of course, a huge shout out to my channel members. They help with some of this event creation and planning and help keep me motivated and support me along the way. So a huge shout out to these guys. There is a random draw every month for the channel members to win a custom disc of their choosing with the BAM stamp that channel members have designed. So if you're interested in getting in there, there's a join button below this video or also a link in the video description to join the channel there as well. This event is going to be closing on Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you get your rounds in before then. Do your best to take me down. Here we go. Round one, 36 to 28. This is the nine easiest holes of the 36 hardest holes from Disc Golf Valley Worlds. A little bit of a tough wind here. I'm going to go water skip sticky paradigm just so I like that sticking power at the end. And with this wind, I can go right at the basket and let the wind keep this out to the right. And look at this, absolutely perfect right onto the green. I really like having something sticky for this shot because it slows down that ground play a lot and reduces the chance of kind of stand up and roll or kick and get some air under it going flying straight OB. Mainly on the left side is when that happens. I don't remember from Worlds why this guy had played so hard. I've taken ace run here now with the instinct. As that middle chevron right on top of the basket. I'm typically over here in a 1 wind. In the 2 wind, I think I'm going to go right on top of the basket and give that a straight pullback here. This is still a little bit to the left. So I guess if I adjust my aim just a smidgen to the right there, it would have worked. We'll go ahead and putt in the jury. We'll take the birdie though. And really the goal is at least elite par on these. You know, all these holes played the worst to elite in Worlds. Probably because of the bad winds for some of them. Oh, I don't have my warship anymore. Now let's throw the fuse down here with this wind, knowing that I'm incredibly unlikely to be able to ace this in that 3 wind. I can't ace this in a freaking 1 wind right now anyway. So in a 3 wind's just not going to happen. We'll forehand the fuse in and about 50, 60-ish feet of power there to take the birdie on hole 3. Grizzly Gulch 7, we can ace run at this with the Waterscape Sapphire. It's slide left. The top chevron goes right on top of the basket. You got to try and find the basket out there, tiny in the distance. And then the 1 wind, it's just a full disc of hyzer. The 2 wind, I'm going to go a little bit more because if I miss, this miss has to be to the left. And I did indeed miss to the left. But a miss to the left is a safe miss. And if your goal is to win the prize this event just by being bogey free, that's the miss you want to have. I guess you probably end up with par if you end up in the water. So you'd still be bogey free there. Northern Lights 9. Ooh, a good tough wind. So my 1 wind play is the Glide Sapphire. Backhand at it. But this 3 wind forces Water Skip Rive. And it's kind of just out here to hit the gap. If we hit the gap, we're usually in a good position unless we fade too far behind the snowplow. We did not. Staying out of that snowplow is fantastic. It's always tough throwing from there. This looks a little bit raised up to me. So I'm going to aim or give a bit more power. Throws at 90 feet. But that 3 headwind has me going 60 power. There we go. Able to make the save with a little bit longer throw in. That's a hole where it's fun and good to know the different plays you have available when you have different wins. Oh, do I try to win or try to play safe? All right, the safe play is a sticky musket. The fun play is the glide, skip, arrive. Take that bottom chevron, run it all two prongs of the tree out there, and give it the roller angle. Hopefully miss all the collision and get a real skip. There we go. It's a cross. So definitely the work's not done. We have a long throw in still. It's going to be fuse over the jury because I only have the jury aimed down low right now. That's my best guess at the basket. I think we're pretty close to even ground. Maybe a little bit out to like 160 power. That has, oh, had the power right. Just a little bit off to the left, so it's going to sneak its way out. We'll take the birdie, which we could have gotten playing safe, but it's definitely not as fun that way. Just play safe. The run here is the roll rive. Somewhere up on this tree, I think we're at about here. And a lot of highs are on this. Oh, that has a chance. Oh, no, it was way short. It has that pushing wind, it potentially goes OB long sometimes. And that really sucks when that happens. A little bit raised up there. So I only put 60 feet of power on that one, even though I was 80 feet away because I was quite a bit downhill. Frozen Valley 1, this is one I really have not gotten any sort of ace run at. So it's going to be just glide, water, skip, rive. I guess that's kind of an ace. Well, hey, pretty close actually to giving a run at that basket. But it's just about getting down here and throwing 30 feet of power down that hill from 60 feet away. I've been enjoying making layouts that are more data-based rather than just me choosing layouts. I think data-based layouts make it more fun. Grizzly Gulch 3, we go glide, skip, paradigm. Middle chevron right on this post here. In the one wind, we're here. So in this two wind, we're going to go almost a full disc of Anheuser. You want to cut it as close to this rock on the rise as you can without hitting it. It's flatter over there, so you get a better skip up to the top. We're at 56 feet. It's a little bit raised, so we'll go just straight 50. And getting the must eagle there. So for a clean round one, we're at -10. All right, 27 to 19, counting our way down to the holes that played the toughest in DGV Worlds compared to their elite par. This one, there's no reason to get anything but a birdie here. Maybe with a tough wind, but especially in a one wind, take a sticky musket. The water skip sapphire works as well. A sticky sapphire works as well. Don't touch the aim. Don't touch the slider. Default aim, full power, straight pullback. Goes just over the top of that branch and sticks down on the green. Look at that, even a tap in. So potentially a really difficult hole made much easier just by having the right disc in your bag. Heron Woods 1. We'll try to skip a sapphire at this. This is one where I was making my video on 6 ways to navigate obstacles and save strokes. I tried to throw this one a few times and get deep in the trees, and I kept failing. Like this, it so often just stops before the trees, so you don't have to worry about them at all. I'm gonna slide right just to be extra sure, and throw with my 30 feet of power there. It's such a safe skip sapphire run. I love it. Northern Breeze 8, this had a really tough wind in Worlds. That's why it played so hard. I'm gonna go water skip sapphire, slide left, open up this angle on the right side a bit, and aim down to give this disc some more natural turn. This is looking great. If we get even stuck up on this hillside, it's just a little bit trickier throwing. There's no need for this to even be tricky. We'll actually use the actual putting motion and just putt the jury downhill. I'd have to aim down a little bit. If you don't aim down when you're really elevated next to the basket, you're going to hit that top band and end up with a pretty bad shot. Here we go. Water skip rive on a forehand. This tree doesn't have any collision, so there's nothing you have to worry about there. And just throw the forehand out. Easy peasy. It'll fade off a bit early, but I mean, you're within 60, 70 feet to this basket. 50 feet even here to get one of the easier eagles in the game. Lakeside 4 is definitely the easiest albatross, and I'm not sure there's an easier eagle than that. All right, so this is one Ikigai Springs 9 that I personally hate. I feel like I just messed it up so much. I'm gonna water skip Sticky Paradigm. I take a little bit of power off to make sure I get the water skip, and this'll get there over that one rock. Excellent. The very first beating Bam ever, I had a layout called Bam's Beatdown, which this was in because I just messed up so much. So this play is actually deceptively downhill. So that 365 is probably only like 310 feet away. I'm gonna go Sticky Musket, even to give it a little bit extra height to make sure it doesn't go too far. And certainly could have gotten a bit closer, knocking that tree collision, but we're not so worried here from 73 feet away. It's a little bit raised, 80 feet of power with the fuse. Oh, just sneaking over the top there. Able to get the birdie still, and we're staying clean so far. Oh, here we go. This was Lost Island, Pioneer Bay. Lost Island. Lost Island 7. Accurate water skip sapphire. Sticky sapphire is even better here. Top chevron right on this little bump and give it a straight pullback. Of course, in Worlds, this is when I took a 3 on because I leaked a little bit left and the water skip just had so much speed, it climbed over this spine on the fire side. That's what makes Sticky a little bit better for this shot. It's still really rare that the water skip goes over that far wall of the spine, but it's something that absolutely can happen. Water skip instead of Sticky. Northern Lights 4. I'm going to go diamond off the tee here and a backhand. I can't let this leak too far to the left, so I'm going to give this like a half disc of Anheuser. Make sure it turns over enough, and if it gets up here to a good spot, we're going to have a decent look at a throw-in. We got the tree right in the way. This is probably the worst possible look at a throw-in we could have. This is also deceptively uphill, so the Glide Sapphire is going to be the disc out of my hand there to almost have a look at it. This could be in trouble. Where's that tree going to be? I'm going to have to split these branches. I don't like cutting it this close, but I think this is the line to the basket that I have. Woo! Split the branches just fine. Taking the birdie here. Highlanders Ridge 1. We go Sticky Musket, slide left, open it up a bit. I put the middle chevron right on this bush and give just about a disc of hyzer. You got to make sure you aim down, otherwise you're going to hit that tree that I just went under. And if you're up the hillside here, to putt in the jury, aim down just a smidgen, because I'm raised up. And you see, I've been still hit pretty high in those chains there. So it's so important to get that aim angle down before throwing it in. Outwood 4 should be pretty straightforward with the Sticky Musket. Give it some hyzer. And we're up top. Even if you hit that one tree in the middle of the fairway, you're still at like 60 feet from the basket. It's a pretty standard throw-in from 60 feet. And there we go. -10 again on round 2. And here's round 3, 18 to 10. We're getting to the ones that played the most tough. And that 9 through 1, I think some of that will be probably holes that don't look so bad because we'll have calm winds. But it's still interesting to check out what happened at Worlds and see if we can remember those wins. Give a little bit of Anheuser to this Glide Skip Arrive on a forehand here. I know in Worlds I got stuck behind that pillar blocking the basket, had really no look at it. Unlike this one, we are going to have a look. 205. River's a throw-in for this one. And that's like, see, I usually go over the basket. So adding 10 feet of power, taking 10 feet of power off compared to what I do on Crow's Nest 9. So I'm going to go right on the basket here. Crow's Nest 9, if it was 200, it'd be here. So I'm going to back off halfway through that power band and get it here. The power was right, but that wind pushed it a bit more to the right than I was expecting. Well, not forehand, throw in the fuse here. Taking the birdie, nothing bonus coming yet. And I'm still looking for what's going to be a good CTP hole for us. Thinking. This is probably not CTP hole with that wind. And I probably don't even want to get super aggressive at this. There's a lot of trees to keep me. Let's see if I can avoid mess this up. Let's turn over that paradigm. One rock to beat. One rock to beat. It beat the rock, but yikes. This is, oh, it's so scary. It's almost like I don't want to have the possibility of going for that throw in because how scary it is, especially on an air ball here. I will go 160. I'm going to go for it. See if I can get it. I want that sway up. I want that sway up. Just stop. Just stop. Alrighty. Not regretting going for that, thankfully. We're throwing a forehand up here with like 70 feet of power because it's a little bit more raised up there. At least had the power right on that throw-in attempt, but I was clearly not aimed to adjust for the wind correctly. This one obviously has a skip ace, a skip sapphire line. I find it pretty dangerous, at least the way I know it right now. I take the diamond down low over here to the right, and a half disc of hyzer on the forehand. Hits this gaff nicely, and here we go within 60 feet, actually putting distance. We'll backhand it in though because of how far out we are in that putting distance. Still getting that birdie. I don't remember if that had a really tough wind at Worlds. Ikigai Springs 5. Oh. This could be a fun CTP. All right, if I don't find a better CTP as I'm playing through, you're going to see it around the edges of the video right now that this is the CTP to go for. I'm not going for CTP because I don't know what I'm doing, just winging it right now. You guys get the wind reads to figure it out. Oh, maybe I'm going for CTP accidentally. Accidental CTP, just get stuck. Oh, that's OB. Hopefully saving the birdie here, but that'll be the CTP line if you go straight at this. We'll go 80 feet of power here. If you go straight at this and skip up onto that green, that'll be the CTP possibility. No, turning that into a par. I think this is the first one I'm really going to be dropping strokes to most of the field here on this hole. That can't be par. That's got to be at least birdie. So there's aggressive line and the safe line. I think the middle ground I have is actually glide skip drive, sliding left. Top chevron down here. Getting aggressive is the paradigm. Savers with the water skip drive. This, I think, draws a little middle ground. Hopefully get across. Going to get some collision, not get way up there. The more aggressive way with that lands further right. It has a weird little hillside skip to get up to have a look. But 243, there's not much of a look here at all for me. But I think a full power fuse should, barely sneak across that. You got across and it is ugly, but it's a birdie. An ugly birdie, but a birdie nonetheless. Pioneer Bay 3, it's a wind that tells us to go for it. I'm going to take the safe way of going for this. I think the more aggressive line is getting up in the clouds here, big Anheuser. But the safe way to go at it is just more direct to the shore here with the glide water skip drive. This makes sure it gets up there. Less angle control to deal with. And more of the difficulty here on the second shot. I found for the second shot, I used to think a lot about getting in the alleyway, but instead I'm just be aiming for this tree. And if I hit that tree, well, if I hit that tree, it's not great. But if I just miss the tree, I'm going to get a look for the eagle, which I think I'm going to get here. 73, we'll throw this with about 90 up the hill. And boom, taking that eagle. That's nice. Get a little bit of a stroke back there after my Enzo mistake. Okay, so in multiplayer, I'm running at this, kind of going straight at it with the light glide paradigm. But I'm a little bit iffy even with this one headwind. So instead, I'm going to go glide skip drive and try to take this a little bit safer. Up the gap here. And if I can turn the corner, we're in a good position. Turn the corner. Okay. Barely turned the corner, but it did. Wish I could see what's going on here. I'm not going to go direct at that basket. I want to kind of turn this corner over here. I think the instinct is going to be the disc to get that fade at the end. There it is, fading up here as long as we don't roll down the hill. We don't roll down 49 feet, 60 feet of power because it's uphill. And taking that birdie. There's certainly there's a roller line. If you watch my videos for a while, I used to always throw it. A lot of people still throw that roller line. I just didn't find it very useful. I didn't get there very often. Even when I did, I didn't have a look at it. With a 3 headwind, I go glide water skip drive. Right down low over here, keeping it on backhand, the top chevron kind of on that well, and just a littlest bit of anhyzer here. Straight for the basket and slowing yourself down for another simple eagle. Not as easy as Lakeside 2's eagle, but still a very simple eagle most of the time. That wind can definitely make it way tougher there. And close out Lakeside 5. I'm thinking, no, I'm going to go Rive. I was thinking about water skip sticky paradigm. It works in a tailwind. It's sketchy because it just barely gets there. But the water skip Rive, I'm going to do exactly what I did in Worlds, aren't I? No. In Worlds, I hit that tree and drop down OB. But in Beat and Bam, we're going to be right onto the green and get in the eagle here. I hope. Why am I questioning so much? I hate it. There we go. It's in. And it's another, what's the score this time? Minus 11. So minus 10, minus 10, minus 11. Let's see what I can do in round 4. Here's round 4. It's the 9 holes that played the hardest compared to Elite Par in Disc Golf Valley Worlds. Cahill Backwoods 6. We're going to go glide sapphire, slide right to open up that gap a little bit. And just make sure we clear this wall and get around the corner. A lot of potential danger there in the way. And so, frankly, it's a tough shot to hit. It's a tough shot to get just right. I had a long time before I figured out how to make all the adjustments for different winds and different ways to attack this bird or attack this green for the birdie. Kehoe Park 7. I'm going to go Paradigm. This had a really tough wind in Worlds. A big pushing wind, I think, messed some people up. Paradigm should be good here. Miss this one tree. And the Paradigm stops short enough that it does not make it to that bunker. Maybe like one time ever. The one wind got it there. Now, attacking the screen, you want to beware of the dead skip into the bunker that's protecting it. The way I do that is throw this really wide out around the right side with the goal of minimizing how much of this bunker I'm crossing. So there's a little bit there. Even a dead skip at that point would have still gotten me up onto the green. Put in the jury and take this eagle. Going strong. Hole 3. Coyote Canyon 3 with a 1 wind. Ooh, do I go for it? In Worlds, no chance. Here, let's see. Water skip drive, slide right. Bottom chevron right there on that pillar. And the hyzer right over the sign here. Oh, I think I like it. I think I like it a lot. Oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that boulder. Okay, missed that boulder. Missed the one boulder, and we're onto the green for the eagle. And I feel like now I've made up for my Enso 5 par. Got a couple bonus eagles. That'll get me back to elite. All right, Frozen Valley 2. Glide Sapphire is the easiest way here. Slide right. Use the V at the top chevron. Goes right at the rock down here on the middle island. And give this a straight pullback. You don't need to bite off a lot of distance on this tee shot. Just getting to that center island is enough to be in position for the birdie. Behind these trees is not ideal. It's going to make a tougher second shot. With 883 to the pin, I don't need to bite off a lot of distance here. I just need to get across that far side of the ice. So I'm going to go like Glide Paradigm. And this is going to be a little bit of a tricky shot. A lot of anhyzer on it. Able to get the angle just right, and as long as I'm out here on the far side, we're close enough to get in there. Glide skip obviously would have skipped me in a bit closer, but if I was offline a little bit, it would have been tougher to clear the pond, moat, lake, whatever that is in the middle. We'll go glide skip paradigm, see if we can get a lucky skip up in here for the eagle. We are not getting a lucky skip for the eagle, but we're in for the birdie, which on a tough hole. I mean, getting birdie here, a lot of times, especially in like expert division, prospect division, with novice, is that the last one's called? In the divisions outside of champion, that's going to be getting strokes. Oh, thank goodness. There's a win where I don't even have to think about it. KO Park 2, glide, skip, drive, just get down wide around the end of this. If you cut it too close, you're going to go in the OB area or get that bunker that I'm headed kind of towards right now. But I threw wide enough to stay away from. 430. It's 100 feet downhill, but I have this 3 headwind. So I'm still going to go glide sapphire, actually. That 3 headwind is going to turn this quite a bit. Not as much as I thought. But we have the distance right. Just a little bit off line to the left. 64 feet up the hill. We'll throw this in with 70 power on a forehand to get the eagle. There's roller lines. There's lines cutting through the trees to go for the albatross. But it's such huge blow-up potential if you go those ways. Ikigai Springs 3. It's a good chance to show you all the layup line if you haven't seen it before. It's a layup line that does not take eagle out of play. So glide sapphire. I'm going to add a little bit of anhyzer to this because of that wind that's pushing me off to the left a bit more. We'll make sure this does not end up in the water. And trying to land right around the drop zone, which you see on the mini map. I am perfectly on the drop zone, which is fantastic. Slide left, open up a little bit more. Glide, skip, arrive. Up on top of this tree. And it's a huge sweeping anhyzer. That tailwind's going to stable us up, so I'm going to do a little bit more anhyzer than typical. And this has a chance to get up there excellently. There we go. Taking the layup, no need to risk the river off the tee, and still keeping the eagle in play. Feels fantastic when it works out, especially in multiplayer. If somebody goes for it across and off the tee, and you can lay up and get the eagle, that feels like a huge win. So it was a tough wind that really got this in Worlds, but the water skip sticky paradigm makes it too easy. I was able to get this in Worlds, but it was because I got really lucky. I threw way too far to the right, hit a tree, and dropped down to like 120 feet or so, and was able to make the throw in across the river. River? What the heck is this? Yeah, river. All these different bodies of water confusing me. Getting across the river and getting the eagle that way. Ikigai Springs 9. The wind has me going water skip drive. If I try to skip this, it's going to go straight OB without any chance. So water skip maybe gets far enough down here to go OB and make me go from the drop zone. That was certainly not the plan. However, chance to show the drop zone. It's 80 feet of power, I think. Yeah, it's 80 feet of power and a 1 wind. So it's 3 wind. I'm going to go 60 feet, not the full 50 feet down, because I think I'm far enough out that it's going to adjust. No. And another par to get some strokes back to you. I think I gained them back some bonus strokes. I think I'm still 2 strokes off of elite par here. And then on 6, I go water skip sticky paradigm. Get right at this green. Fantastic. It's going to jump up there. If this isn't a line you have dialed, honestly, take the forehand around the left side. A lot of times a glide skip drive or a glide skip distance driver can even still get close enough to get the eagle. And you don't need to risk hitting those trees and drop an OB right away. So your score to beat this time around is 45. Well, my random reward is this junk. See if I get anything better. Nope. Light turn drive it is. Good luck with your rounds and stay bogey free. If you do, make sure you submit it at the form in the video description so you can earn your bogey free prize.